Woosah.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time y'all watch this, man.
Don't mind me,
man. I'm just shaking my juice, man.
This is Severe, and to my left is
Juan Big Sexy Rodriguez, and
this is Big Chuck Charles Shiz.
what's going
AKA
on,
we're not going to be known as the Big Three, baby. Look out, Ice Cube, baby. We coming for
the Big Three. Yo, you don't get us sued already. You got back.
Man, I ain't trying to be that, man.
You guys don't do it, man. Today's the this is the Passive Podcast, right? First episode 45. We're gonna be talking about abuse versus discipline a little later, but anybody got any news? Any news yet?
Yo, let's talk about your boy, Mr. Kanye West.
Okay, what about Kanye?
You know, your boy done seen to bump his head. He wants to change his name legally to just Ye. Not Yeezus, just Ye.
Okay,
Yo,
that's his prerogative, man.
I heard that too. I heard that the only thing I heard about Jesus, I did hear that he wanted to change his name, but then I didn't really think too much of that. But his album finally dropped yesterday, and everybody's going crazy because he kind of act like he was gonna drop it, but he wouldn't drop it. But he officially dropped it yesterday. I actually listened to it today. It's pretty good. It's okay. If you like Kanye and you like that, it's a spiritual church feeling kind of trap music.
Okay.
Trap.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all into that, but that's
can I jump in this real quick?
Like Bryson.
First of all, hello,
Hey,
Beth.
Beth,
Second of all, I'm missing something on my head. I'm missing something on my head.
You missing a lot of things in that head, I'm telling you.
Oh, nice comeback. I'm still waiting for that hat. How you doing?
I'm good. How you, Big Sexy?
Well, see, doing better now that you're here, but I'm still waiting for that wonderful Kango hat, but it's cool. I gotta get my
I thought it was a
thing.
fitted. I thought it was a Boston fitted. Now he done upgraded to Kango. Okay.
Yeah, this dude's
I gotta get my LL on, Maybe I'll get my fitted faster.
Stupid.
So what's going on? How you doing, Beth?
I'm doing well. I survived the dating world. So
is that your news that you want to share with us? We're talking this news. We just talked about Kanye. I don't know if you got anything about Kanye, but you got something to share with us before we get into the topic, and start talking some serious business.
Shoot, Con is right, but maybe with a C-O-N. Yay. Okay.
Wow.
Damn.
That's a good one.
But hold on. I mean, we're not gonna glaze over what she said about the dating world. You're not gonna leave me here on a cliffhanger like a damn soap opera that I'll be watching now. Come on now, spill the beans.
Well, I finally went on a date.
Oh snap! Hold on. Now that everything's equal, did you split the bill? Did you go Dutch with him?
I honestly wanted to pay for my own stuff because I really wasn't feeling him. So, but he's like, "Let me pay for your ice cream." It was like $5. I said, "All right."
And y'all went to JP
want to make
Licks?
a scene.
Where y'all going to JP Licks?
We were supposed to meet for coffee, but I really didn't want to have the guy kept on picking up his cell phone during the date, talking on the phone, which I kind of found to be really rude.
Yeah.
So he was like, I said, yeah, I'm going to go get some ice cream and then go home. He's like, oh, let's go get some ice cream together. I said, okay.
So what you get, the Rocky Road or the double scoop?
No, I got a small. I got the cookies and cream.
Oh, shit.
Trying to lose the 60 pounds of COVID weight. So,
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
So I did that. I hung out, got my Shake Shack, and I went home.
Well, damn. You go, girl, you big baller, you. I'll still be waiting for that.
Where the hell's the Shake Shack at?
At Legacy Place, Dedham.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm like, wait a minute. There's one closer. See, I don't go out to eat eat as much as I used to back when brother was single.
Yeah, I'm living that bachelorette life. I really am a true
I got my kids
bachelorette.
are picky eaters, so you know, ain't too many places they like to partake at.
I hope they know how to cook since they so picky.
I wish.
Wow.
I'm gonna teach them. I gotta teach them. Gotta show them, some of Dad's skills in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Want to show them their grandfather's biscuit recipe.
Oh, I love me a good biscuit. So, real quick, Popeyes biscuits or KFC biscuits? Which ones are better?
Yo, why y'all talking about biscuits? Though I'll leave y'all for 2 seconds.
I'll say I'll take Popeyes, man, with honey and apple jelly.
Ugh, they too salty. And I don't know. Maybe where I go, they be as hard as rocks. KFC.
Well, you gotta stay off that one on American Highway then.
No, that's not the one. It's the one that's over there in West Roxbury. The KFC has never let me down with their biscuits. I'm telling you.
Yeah, y'all bug.
All right.
I like Popeye's chicken, but I like KFC biscuits better.
No doubt.
All right, we gotta get into this podcast. So y'all talking about biscuits and food. Y'all talking about gaining the weight back. You talking about losing the weight and all that, other, what I'm saying? But yo, this is the Passive Podcast, episode 45. We talking about abuse versus discipline. Charles, Big Chuck, you were the first person to actually bring this topic up. Give us the reasoning behind it, and then give us some stats or whatever you want to start off. So let's start us off, brother.
All right. The main reason why I came up with this topic, like I was saying earlier, kids are going back to school now, right? Now a lot of these kids are going to be in person, compared to remote. So teachers are they're mandated reporters. So if they see like bruising or anything like that, even though some kids are clumsy, they have to report it, right? So what happened was a family friend, I'm not going to say names, but her daughter happened to, running around at the playground, and she tripped. She bumped her cheek on I think it was either the slide or the bench. So didn't think nothing of them. Like I said, kids are clumsy. So the kid she went to daycare, and next thing you know, child services was calling the mother and stating that the teacher reported that she felt that it was child abuse.
Oh, Lord.
So they had to go through hoops and all this other stuff, and come to find out, like I said, the child tripped at the playground. There was other people there that witnessed it, and when they talked to the lady, after that they left the case alone. But my thing is, there's discipline and then there's abuse, right? Now, my parents were from down south, so I'm used to the term, go outside and pick a switch. And, it happened to me one time, and it was my grandmother one summer. But it was just something I did. I lit up one of my cousins for bothering me. But but some families, they take it to an instance where there's anything from extension cords, brooms. I know some of us that are 70s kids. They had your parents had the wooden spoon and fork thing hanging on the wall.
The big spoon.
I know some instance where kids actually got hit for it. Thankfully, I wasn't. I was. My moms didn't do that. But just basically whatever they get their hands on, whatever's the closest thing to them. And it's sad. I mean, I understand, some parents, they take their frustration out on their kids because, life sucks. We all know life sucks. Or, they didn't get the promotion at work, or their man, cheating on them, a old woman, one vice versa, whatever. I'm not going to just say it on guys and whatnot. But, and then you have those, from the islands and stuff where, they put grains of rice down on the ground, and the kid got to kneel in there until the parents feel, until they feel that they, the kid they serve their punishment or whatnot. That's why I came up with this subject.
Okay. Anybody want to add on to Chuck's?
I do like the post that you put on social media, Marquis, about like that wheel of abuse. And I actually was talking to my girlfriend from college who's a social worker who happens to be Haitian. And she's like, you can get your kids to behave without beating them. And I'm sick of Black people, especially people of color, saying, oh, I was beaten, I'm okay. No, you're not. You need therapy. You're not okay. You think you're okay, but you're not. And why are we teaching our kids as a people to do something that if they're an adult and do it, they're going to end up going to jail? They're going to end up getting arrested, and they're going to end up catching a charge, and they're going to end up potentially having a record. Why are we teaching our children that violence is okay? Why are we teaching our children, and then we don't realize we're just passing dysfunction, depression, all types of things from one generation to the other. I had to be like, yo, this has to start with me. I've gotten beaten by a bat before. I've gotten thrown down the stairs by my parent, and it's just really not good. And then I didn't listen and did what I wanted to do because, hey, the worst that's going to happen is I'm going to get beat. Why listen? I'm going to just get beat. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I behaved way better for my father that didn't tear me up and stuff like that. He talked to me like a calm person and with respect. And so, I mean, I feel it doesn't work. I feel it's adding to the pathology of the Black community, the toxicity. It's not helping us out. And it really is. I was a very angry adult because of what happened to me as a child. And I went through a lot of years of therapy to help to curb that anger. And I realized what it was fun. Now I don't get angry like that anymore. I've learned to channel my anger and deal with things in a much better way. But before, I used to have a temper. I would fight. But I realized that's all those years of abuse and the way I was treated when I was younger built up in me, So that's the way that I feel about it. I know people of color, this is like such a horrible subject, for our people. But I really think we need to talk about it.
Yeah, I did put it on Facebook. I got to stop putting it on Facebook, the topics that we talk about more, so I can get more information like this. So when I did put this on there, I remember you had a debate with someone. I'm not sure if you knew that person, but it brings out it's good for to debate. It's a good debate. It wasn't like no one was really disrespectful, but a lot of the answers were like when we did talk about the discipline versus abuse. A lot of people said, it's common sense. Someone said, doing it out of anger or irritation. Some people just said words. Some person said it's a thin line, but it's there. And then another person said beating them like someone in the street. I know certain people that said some of this stuff, and I'm like, yo, they wild. And like some of these are my friends and family. I'm like, whoa. But some people are joking, probably some people maybe not. But
one lady was talking about I had to beat my son's butt because he didn't listen. Yeah, beating him did not make him listen. You're not real. To me, that's not discipline. Discipline to me instills change. People was like, oh, your daughter's going to be a teen mom. Your daughter's going to be a juvenile delinquent. If you don't tear that butt up, I put her in timeout, which I might as well have, the way she was screaming, it was like I was beating her. But, I taught her discipline and I just had to give her a look. I didn't have to tear her up. I just had to give her a look. Like she knew the look. She was like, oh, mommy, And then I learned how to take things away that she wanted, like her computer or to watch her favorite show, And you got to talk to your kids about what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And you got to be the example you want your kids to be. If you over here fighting Pookie and Ray Ray and cussing everybody and their mama out on the street, and then you're telling your kids not to do that, they're gonna be looking at you, but you do it. It's just not, it's just not feasible to me, especially in this day and age. You're not setting your kids up for success.
No, you're right. Real quick, I just wanted to shout out the people in the chat. You got Sean. He got his ass whipped with the cord still attached to the vacuum cleaner by my pops. You got my man A1 coming through. He's saying discipline is teachable, but it's a teachable moment. And we got a newcomer, so shout out to the newcomer, Adam. Is it Meth Fitness and Gaming L? He says, hi, is it true sometimes those children who were abused end up beating the abuser? Anybody want to answer that?
Yeah, I'll answer it. Say for instance, this young lady's name, Cynthia Brown, where she, I guess her pimp was beating her, and she got tired of it. And she went upside his head and killed him. She went to jail for a couple of, what was it? More than 5 years.
Cynthia Brown, she got
Brown. Excuse me.
She got pardoned.
Yeah. But that was abuse. She got tired of she got tired of old boy hitting her. So hey, she had a tough life
too. I think she was also born with fetal alcohol syndrome too. I mean, she did not come from a great childhood, a great background, and a lot of people that are abused don't come from a great background.
You're right. A1 says stress levels are high in the most vulnerable communities. Sometimes an ass whooping comes from the parent being so stressed out. Juan, what do you think about that, man?
I'm just here, listening to everybody laughing because, I got my classic whoopings, and I never took it out on my kid. It was always just talking. I mean, one time I grabbed her by the ankle. That's all it took, literally upside down. She's been straight since then. But I never put my hands on her. So to answer that question, do the abuse become the abuser? I think it all depends on the individual. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. You can't say that they won't or they will, Maybe some people might need therapy. Maybe some won't. It's debatable, in my opinion.
All right, I got a couple of questions. Anybody can jump in. Do you remember when everyone could beat you? Like aunts, uncles, older parents, neighborhoods and stuff, neighbors. Did you what kind of in that generation, right? So
we were in the generation, but the thing about it is back then, I mean, our parents gave those people the permission to do that, right? Now, my next door neighbor, I mean, she, you can laugh if you want. She had a belt in her kitchen right above her deep freezer, which she got to tear up all the kids up in the neighborhood because our parents gave her that permission if we were doing something wrong. If we were out swearing, starting with other folks, she never hit me. Thankfully, I was scared of the lady. She tore my brother up, but he deserved it. But as far as the abuser being the abuser, I mean, hey, y'all know my brother. You know my brother. I got two younger ones. I got two younger ones.
Don't mean he deserve physical contact. That's all.
No, either that or get popped in the mouth. But I mean, okay, like they said, the abuser being abused, right? What about these kids that have killed their parents? Because okay, mom took the car keys away from them. They took the video games from them. They told them they couldn't go outside. They grounded them, which they felt I'd rather get grounded over ass whooping any day. Or say for instance, it's back in the Nintendo Atari era. I mean, if I did something wrong in school, my mother, she would take the video games from me. She would take the TV. She never took my books and my comic books. So hey, I still have my comic books where I can sit at my little table and draw and stuff like that to keep me out of trouble. But I mean, some of that, it's like this. I was a firebug. I was a damn pyromaniac when I was little. And I saw, playing with a lighter, lighting the towel, putting it out, lighting the towel, putting it out. And one time I couldn't put it out. So the whole side of the floor mat TV has a scorch mark on there. I didn't say nothing. Now, I must have lit every incense we had in the house to cover up the smell. My father came home from work, and my pops was a baseball fan. He came home to watch the Red Sox, and he looks on the side of the TV, and he said, "What's this?" I played dumb. Now I'm the only, me and my brother was the only two in the house. So my brother snitched on me. He tore my ass up. After that, man, I ain't never played with a lighter like that. That was only one time.
The question is, and the reason I threw that underneath, because you would kind of lead into this, Charles. Like, is child abuse a cycle? Is it a generational curse? Is it bad practices? I mean, you're like you said.
Yeah.
Your parents did it. Do you do it, or you don't hit your kids?
Nah, I ain't gotta hit my boys. I'm telling you right now, I ain't gotta touch my sons. I give them that. I give them that look. We could be at the playground. They look over. My youngest one look over. He see dad looking at him. He button right up. But see, I don't put my hands on my kids because for the simple fact I know I'm strong, and I'm heavy-handed. I don't want to hurt them. But what I try to do, I try to talk to them. I try my best to talk to them because my pops, I can count on my hand. He hit me maybe. I can count on one hand the times my father hit me for doing something I shouldn't have been doing, like taking his radio apart. Missed one screw, and that was it. Missed one screw on his favorite radio where he listened to his blues. That was it. But no, I don't hit him. I don't hit him. I haven't hit them yet. I yell at them, but hey, that's I raise my voice basically, or I give them that I give them that dad look.
Well, they say the black community, beats their kids the most, and then it's Hispanics, whites, and then Asians.
Nah,
that's these are polls, these things of
I know, but I'm
in the charts and stuff like that. You don't think that's
I'm
true?
going by from what I've seen firsthand. I'm sorry about that. I'm going by what I've seen firsthand, man. I had the opportunity to go to a couple of foreign countries, and I seen it wasn't just people of color tearing their kids up. I'm serious, and it in Germany. Oh my God!
I think it depends on the ethnicity, honestly, because even white people aren't a monolith. Even Asian people aren't a monolith. I know plenty of Asian kids that got their butt tore up. I was in Whole Foods before COVID, and I tell you, it was this Irish woman with her son, and she was like, "I have to talk to you one more time. When we get home, I'm gonna tear your ass up." And that's a white Irish lady. So I think it depends. I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on the culture because, it's different. I have a friend, he's Puerto Rican. His wife is Dominican. They don't hit their kids. I don't think they need to hit their kids, but I think they need to put their kids in timeout and discipline them because I put their kid in timeout and they listen to me better than they listen to him. You just need to set, you got to set boundaries for these kids. So, and also to think it depends on the region because a lot of times down south too, white people got tore up. And then I also think it depends on socioeconomic level as well. I think the poorer the ethnicity, the more likely you are to get a whooping too.
Yeah. A1 says how many talks do you have to have your child in order to not whoop their ass? Juan, you want to answer that one? Juan, nothing.
I think it all depends on the person. Like when I get loud, that's enough to put the fear of God in my kids. So that's all I really took, And so I think for me, I've been blessed. I've only taken me one talk, and then I give them that look like, that crazy look like, damn, he look like he's gonna snap, and then and she never wants to cross that line. So for me, I think only one good time, and you just give him that crazy look like, listen, I go to jail tearing you up a new one.
This
It looked like he froze, man.
Yeah, it looks like I must have froze or y'all froze. I'm not sure. But yeah, like I've never whooped my kid. I never whooped my daughter. I held her back once when she kind of went wild. Called herself wilding out. Right. That was it. But I've never hit a woman before either. And, a woman hit me before, and I would leave the situation. But you know what I'm saying? I don't.
Mike Tyson.
I grew up with like women, respecting women. I grew up with my mom's letting me know that you're not supposed to put your hands on them. You're not supposed to put your hands on anybody. Yeah, especially women. Yeah, you could defend a woman's honor, and hitting another guy maybe, but not like putting your hands on a woman. So like I've never, I'm probably bad on a little verbal abuse. You know what I'm saying? Because no one. The things you say, you know what I'm saying, can really be just as hurtful as somebody bodying you, putting some hands on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's that old saying: "Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me." That's a damn lie.
Yeah, so is verbal abuse just as bad as physical? What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, you see it in the communities of color a lot. Guys verbally abusing guys. I mean, verbally abusing women. Women do the same thing. It's just not guys. I mean, I've heard old girl, next door neighbor. This is back when I still lived in Boston. She tore a dude up from the head to toe with talking about you sleep with. I'm just saying to myself, damn man, let me go outside and smoke a cigarette and get away from this shit, man. Because I was gonna bust out laughing. I felt myself. I was in there snickering and shit. So I'm like, let me go outside because I don't want, go get in my car. So I don't want them, I don't want to hear no static on why you laughing. Hey man, shit, hey, you letting your old woman tear you down. That's your business. Ain't got nothing to do with me. As far as like women, like raising, putting your hands to women. No. I was raised by my moms. I got a sister, grandmoms, and every aunts and stuff. Nah. But you have to defend yourself. I'm not just gonna sit there and allow you to come up and slap me in my face. Hell, no, that's not happening.
Yo, let Gina Carano swing on you. See what happens, yo.
Who?
Gina Carano.
Yeah.
Okay. I like how magnanimous are y'all gonna be? I'm just thinking about. Did you see that video of the white woman that smacked that brother at that football game? And what started it was she kept touching his locks. She kept touching his locks, and he's like, "Yo, stop touching my locks." Then he stood up. Then he's like, "Stop touching me." He pushed her hand away, and then he smacked him. And I was like, you know what? We women want to be treated fairly. We got to learn not to put our hands on anyone. You want an equal opportunity. You get an equal opportunity for that A-whooping too. I was like, even if the brother hit her back, I think he would have been justified.
He didn't bother stopping his lady from doing that because her man was sitting right beside him or right beside her while she was doing. He could have easily told her, no, don't do that. Don't. Because you don't know, you don't want to.
I would have just dumped her because why are you touching somebody? No, I'm talking about if I was her man. Why are you touching somebody anyways? Why are you touching somebody's hair unasked for? Why? Because if she gonna smack that brother, she probably smacking him too.
Hey.
Maybe he likes it. I don't know, but now she got her man humiliated.
Hey, some people think that's kinky, man. You ain't slapping me.
Well, it comes down to this subject. Is she used to abusing men? Like, as a young child, was she abused and now she sees it as okay to abuse men and men are just supposed to sit there and take it? Because that's what we're quote unquote taught.
I honestly have to say, y'all may call me insensitive. I'm honestly sick of people using what happened to them as a child or in their life as an excuse to do something to other people. Okay, you got to make a decision to get help and to learn the tools and to learn the coping mechanisms so you don't do that to someone else. I'm sick of the excuses. I'm sick of people that said, well, I was abused. Well, go get help. Go get help. That still doesn't, you're not supposed to abuse people, whether you were abused or not, So I'm sick of hearing that as an excuse. And then like I hear people defending R. Kelly. Oh, well, he was abused too. That's funny because a lot of Black women are sexually abused and sexually molested, but they don't go out here sexually abusing and sexually molesting people though, because they wouldn't wish that on anyone. So I don't want to hear that. You got to go get your help and you got to make a decision to be a better person than you were yesterday. Like, it's not easy. Because I used to have a really bad temper. This is coming from my own personal space. And I had to go to court for assault. I was going to court and having to spend money and on an attorney and stuff like that. And then I could have got kicked out of the nursing program because you can't have, they check your background. That's what really woke me up. Even though it was self-defense, it was just like, I can't put myself through this. I have to remove myself from people and situations that can potentially lead to something like this again. And I made that decision. Like, let me go to the therapy. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me learn how to just walk away. Or if you put your hands on me, I don't have to try to kill you. So it's just like, I had to learn from my own personal experience. And if I could do it, other people could do it too. You just have to learn how to make a decision to actually do it, to get the help.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here because, coming from the ethnic community, it's sort of frowned upon when you got to see therapy for any physical, mental abuse you have to, deal with or doing up. But that's sort of looked on upon as being weak, especially for the men, So we also got to consider that. I'm not justifying what the lady did.
There ain't no excuse. There's Zoom. I see my therapist through Zoom. There's no excuses. You can see your therapist through your phone now. You can call your therapist on the phone. You don't have to go to the certain floor, to a certain office and blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. There's no excuses now. I get what you're saying, Big Sexy. There ain't no excuses now because now you could just call them on the phone. You could go in your little room, go on a walk on your Bluetooth and talk to your therapist.
Yeah, but that's now in today's generation. You gotta remember, like, I'm speaking for myself, my generation, it's frowned upon, like, oh, you want to see a therapist, man? Would you weak?
Just don't tell nobody.
Less of a man, like, damn, I'm good.
I told my cousin, don't tell nobody. Don't tell anybody.
I mean, I went to a therapist, man, but it wasn't because somebody was beating me up. It's just the fact that anger. Growing up in my community, it's like this. I have two younger brothers, and the one that's next to me he talked the most shit for somebody that wouldn't do nothing. I mean, I got it, no lie. I got jumped because of him just playing basketball because they couldn't catch him. I'm out there, I'm going up for a jumper. Next thing I know, I got 4 dudes on me. And it just got to the point I got tired of it, so I'm just like, the hell with it, man. I started fighting. Next thing you know, they told my moms that I had anger management issues and all this, which wasn't true. It's just the fact that, man, my mother told them it's the fact that he's tired of people bothering him. That's why I started playing football. That's why I started lifting weights. That's why I don't smile as much. That way folks leave me the hell alone. I'm serious.
This is why you don't smile? Man, I knew this would break you down.
Nah, man, it's just, it's just I don't like folks bothering me. I don't like to be bothered, basically. But as far as it wasn't from abuse. And I have no problem telling people I went to a psychologist. No,
but people's not supposed to be jumping you, so that is a form of abuse. Assault and battery, like if you think about it, you can have PTSD from an assault and battery, so that is a form of abuse. It's not normal behavior, but it's normal in our community.
Setting the TV on fire. That's the way I see it. No, but all jokes aside, I get what you're saying. I didn't think of it that way, but I mean, that's why, like, when I get up, one of my kids do something and I get upset. I calm down before, because I know I don't want to react. Like I said, I'm heavy-handed, and it's I might have a backflash or something, yo. Somebody mess with me. Next thing you know, I got the 8-year-old in the full Nelson, yo, and I got 12-year-old in the sharpshooter or something. So,
listen, I ain't gonna lie, man.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just saying because I grew up like in an abusive family because like basically that's what they were taught. They were from down south, and they were tied to radiators. They were beat with belts in public spaces, down Dudley and stuff like that. This is what happened to my aunts and uncles. So like my mom's, beat me and my sister with stitching cords and belts and all types of stuff, spatulas, anything that she could find, because that's what she thought. That's what my mother thought was she was supposed to do. She learned, and it was generational, and that's what she figured. Like you said, I guess people say, yeah, like nothing happened to me. I'm good. That's a lot of black people say. I'm good. I turned out.
But they really not good though.
They're not.
They're not.
They're not.
And you can't say that to them. I'm like, dang, I got the balls to say that to my friends. You ain't good.
These people need help, man, and they need like you were saying earlier, therapy. I had some difficulty online, but I'm back. But it's just it's people are teaching generational wrongdoing, if you want to say, and that's what's going on, and I don't appreciate it, man. Like I had a choice to go left or right, to keep the cycle going, beating kids or not, and I stopped it. So hopefully my daughter doesn't do anything either. Hopefully she gets better with the verbal, because I was terrible. I was I wouldn't say I was a terrible father, but I was not good at the verbal communication as much as I thought I was. With learning in school, I thought I was a smart man, all the books and stuff, but when it came to children, there's no real way to learn and to raise a child. So you don't know when sometimes you don't know that thin line, discipline to abuse, and that's why we're having this show. We want to help somebody out there that might be on that line.
Honestly, what I can say is super nanny. If y'all don't have a clue, super nanny.
Yeah.
Triborough Gigolo says this generation aren't getting their butts whooped enough. I don't agree with that, because if I could get somebody's kids that don't listen to them to listen to me, you got to get down to their level, and you have to explain what's acceptable behavior, what's not acceptable behavior. And if you do this is what's going to happen. You're going to be put in time out, and you got to make them stay in time out.
Nah, you got to get down on there. Like you say, up close and personal, get close to them and, whisper in their ear, I will destroy your little ass in the store right now if you don't calm down.
I never had to say that to my daughter, and I never had to say that. I used to be a nanny, and I used to watch white people's kids. You can't beat white people's kids. They got these nanny cams hanging around. I wasn't trying to go to jail, And let me tell you,
it'd be 5 o'clock news.
I didn't have issues. So if I could get white kids to behave, I don't understand how black people can't get their black kids to behave, and I could get other people's black children to behave, because I also used to be a camp counselor at the Boys and Girls Club, and I could get those kids to behave. So I really don't understand what the issue is. So I feel there are ways.
You're talking about Annabelle and Chucky.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about Annabelle and Chucky, yo.
The movie?
Yeah. I'm just saying it in reference to those kids. You talking about Annabelle and Chucky, man. I mean, I've been in the grocery store, kid fall out in the middle of the aisle. I'm just saying to myself, man, how many points would I get if I just run them over with this carriage if they don't get the hell out the way? But I'm not gonna put my hands on nobody's kids. But I look at the parent, I'm just saying to myself, and you allowing this, and everybody looking at you, man. My mom's would have probably had my ass in the frozen peas section, in the freezer, for acting a fool in the store. But she never hit us in the store. Her thing was either a pinch. No, I don't play the point games with kids.
I mean, they're looking for attention.
If I hit this old lady, I get 5 points.
They're either tired or they're looking for attention. They in the store during their nap time where they're supposed to have their afternoon or morning nap, or they're looking for attention. And by ignoring them, they're usually not going to get it. They're like, oh, mommy's not paying attention to me. You know, I was like in Legacy Place, I think like a week or two ago, I saw this little girl just crying. I guess she was having a temper tantrum. I just bent down and I just talked to her. And I said, hi, are you okay? And then her mom said, oh, she's okay. Then I saw the mom was there. She was just ignoring the bad behavior. And then I walked along because I saw a child that was by itself without a parent. But I didn't want to interfere with the mom disciplining her child. So I just walked on. You know, the parent was deciding to ignore the behavior. Then the kid stopped crying and walked over to the parent when she realized she wasn't getting the attention that she wanted to get. Then I saw a Black child today at Legacy Place. He was having a temper tantrum because he either needed a nap or maybe he wasn't getting his own way. And the way the parent responded, he did not handle the situation well. He just started yelling at his kid. And you wonder why the kid is crying more. That's not going to help.
No, it's not going to help at all. Do you guys have any alternatives, though? I put this up just so we can talk about other alternative ways to discipline, the children. Warren, you want to start off?
Yeah, I was gonna jump on that real quick. It's a double-sided sword. So like you've seen in the past people videos like say a boy acts up and the father makes him do push-up. Some people say that's a good alternative way. Some people say that's abuse. What do y'all think?
Push-ups make them tough.
Push-up. Some people consider that abuse because
instead of some jumping jacks, calm down.
But again, some people online always say, "Oh, you're abusing them because you're making them do push-up." To me, I think it's a good way because it lets the kid get tired and relieve whatever anger he has at that moment. Then you could probably talk to him afterwards.
What do you think, Beth?
Yeah, push-ups.
What I found helpful for me, and honestly, I used to watch a lot of Super Nanny too. That have your kids sit down and have them make the rules. Have them make the rules. They get to make the rules, and everyone in the house has to follow them. And then they need to know the consequences for breaking the rules. And it worked pretty well. It worked great for me. Having chores, depending on what age they are, giving kids an allowance, talking to kids, putting kids in time out works really well, and taking away something that they really like, really enjoy, work wonders for me. I mean, one time I took away my daughter's school trip. I had paid for a whole trip for her to go to Spain, and I took it away. I was like, look, you're having some issues here, and if you don't straighten up, I'm going to take this trip. I spent almost $5,000 on this trip, paid it in full. And she thought I was just like joking because, she's a teenager. Yeah, like whatever. Oh, no, the next time I really canceled her trip. And when she realized I took that away, when she realized that trip was going bye-bye, she was like, oh, crap, because she didn't expect me to do it. And anyone said, wait a minute, them kids don't pay bills. They make rules. Yeah, it's a study. When kids make rules, they follow them when they make them. Just like when your kids help you cook meals, they actually eat them. Even if it's something they say they don't like. So yeah, it works out really well.
Alternative, Chuck? Shaking juice,
all right, man.
Whatever.
Alternative, man. I mean, push-ups, I mean, boys and girls, I don't give, tell you the truth, I don't care. You boy or girl, get your ass down, knock out some push-ups till you get tired. You want to act a fool in the store? Hey, we get out, we can do some low crawling. Get down on the ground, crawl, put your face on the ground. Keep doing that. I'm talking about military stuff, yo. Don't mind me. But I mean, yeah, push-ups, make them stand in the corner, stand there holding books on both sides, on both hands and whatnot. I mean, yes, they might say that's abuse, but I mean, hey, they do that in Catholic school, and nobody's saying anything about that. Nuns are cracking them kids across the hand with rulers. Nobody's saying nothing about that.
Are they still doing that?
I think they are. I think I from what I've from when I was doing deliveries, I seen the kid standing there holding books. I seen a nun with a ruler in her hand. I didn't see her hit the kid, but I mean, I had the idea in my head that she's about to tear somebody's hands up. But I mean, alternatives, standing in the corner, having them sit down, taking away their privilege and whatnot. I mean, yeah, but that doesn't work for all kids. That don't work for all kids. Make them run laps.
Oh, make them run laps.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Instead of like,
do something to tire them out.
Some physical activity. So I mean, yeah, I mean that's not bad. That's actually a good alternative. I put down some alternatives. That I research. Teach your kids. And then all kids learn differently at different paces. So remember, kids are kids. They're not adults. So you can talk to them as adults, but you got to remember they're kids. They learn differently. They're learning by example. They're learning by you.
Yeah, but when you say, I don't mean to cut you off. When you say talk to them as adults, right? I understand, but some people don't understand that concept of talking to them as adults. They talking to them like they Pookie and Keisha on the corner. And the kid could be 3-4 years old. You're not going to tell your kid, I'm going to bust your effing all this stuff. You don't say that to a kid.
But that's how they talk to them.
But I'm just saying, you saying talk to him like an adult. I understand use, damn, excuse me, use big words and whatnot, but you gotta excuse me, man.
Yeah, Chuck.
But I'm just saying, excuse me. No, but I'm just saying, when you talk to him as an adult, y'all have to excuse me on that last comment. No, but I mean, some people don't understand that concept when you're talking to a kid. You're not talking to an actual physical adult. Yeah, some kids act like adults. They get in adults conversations. That's in the home. If you allow that, the kids are going to do that. I grew up in a home.
It's also part of the learning process too. I really think every parent should read. When I went to nursing, I'm doing nursing. What really helped me was you had to take a class called Human Growth and Development. And you learn at which ages and which stages. And it just blows my mind because I'm like, why are they talking to this little 5-year-old or this little 3-year-old like this? They're not going to get it. You kind of have to wait until your kid is like 12 or 13 to talk to them like this. Or another book I really read that I liked was Birth to Age 5 by the American Academy of Pediatrics. That was such a helpful book, for me. There are a lot of great books out there. I also took a parenting class, and that was very helpful too, because they teach you disciplining strategies and how to communicate with your kids and show them your expectations at the age that they're at. And we as parents, and I would say we as a people, we really don't know these things. It was really helpful. I took that parenting class, I think when my daughter was 1.5 years, and it was a great class to take. And it was offered.
You took it with your daughter, or you just took the parenting class by yourself? You took it with your daughter?
Well, they actually had childcare and activities for the kids.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, a lot of parents don't even have a babysitter. So, and some of the stuff was court. Some parents that were there was court ordered. Me, it was just at my local community center. I said, "Oh, I want to take this parenting class." For my kid hits the terrible twos and stuff. I said, let me do this.
So your child was young, like a baby?
Yeah, she was 18
I thought you
months.
meant like teenage years or something. Okay.
But they got books for that too. Like, I was lucky.
Well, everything's not in the book, though. I mean, you could read. I remember my daughter was born, or before she was born, I read various books, thousands of books, man. professors, this, that, whatever, trying to be smart and trying to learn about baby this and baby that and kid this. When growing up, the kids it's always different. It's not in the book.
But it does help, and we all know that
it does help. Yeah, it does.
It does help.
It would help you not hitting your kid. Yeah. If you practice certain things. Yeah, of course.
But you'd really be surprised too. Your kids will come to you differently. My daughter used to come to me when she had an issue versus hiding it from me because she didn't fear talking to me and having an open dialogue with me. And
she respected like, you and she didn't fear you.
Yeah. Promise you're not going to get angry, but I got to talk to you about something. She wasn't afraid to talk to me about stuff. Even when it came to sex, I was like, hey, if you ever since she was 10, I asked her stuff. Said, if you're ever thinking about having sex, let me know so we can get you on birth control so you don't get pregnant and stuff like this. You want to live your life. And she actually came to me and said, Mom, I'm thinking about having sex. And so I said, okay, let's schedule an appointment with your pediatrician. Well, and so Triborough Gigolo said that might work when they're a child. What happens when they become an unruly teenager? Usually when you're working with children and you have really good parenting techniques with them, they usually don't become an unruly teenager unless something's happened, whether it's bullying at school or there's abuse going on by a friend or another family member, actually. Clarifying questions, Beth. What is an example of a rule you're talking about? So I think A1 is talking about what rules do we let the kids write? So you would just say, sit down with the kids and say, okay, this is a family meeting and we're gonna write some rules. I want you to help. And what rules do you think we should have when it comes to like respecting each other? Like if your sibling does something you don't like them, what's the rule? Instead of hitting them, what should be the rule? What should be the rule?
No, Chuck.
So that's what I'm talking about. Or what should be a consequence when I tell you to do something and you don't do it the first time? What should be
a consequence? Take on the heavyweight
champ. Like no ice cream or no Nintendo or Xbox or whatever y'all play these days. Like that's what I'm talking about with the kids setting the rules. And then you also have the kids pick their chores. No, that's A1 is asking a clearer.
What's up with that, y'all? I mean, you making it sound like, all we do is play video games all day. I go to work all day.
I used to be the video game champ back when I was younger, but now I just don't play video games anymore. Yeah, but the people that do, there's some true tried and tested gamers out here. But
hey, I play once in a blue moon. Not as much as I used to.
Yeah, it's not like you can't, like these kids don't say, well, I can do whatever I want and I could go to bed at midnight and I can eat as much ice cream as I want. I've never even, like, if you watch an episode of Super Nanny, I think that's really informative because the rules that the kids come up with are really good. Huh?
Does it still come on?
Yeah, especially on Facebook. I'll be watching them clips and then I even saw a couple of black families. I was like, oh shoot, there's black families on Super Nanny too?
Nah, because I remember like when we just had one when it was just one our first son, our oldest one, I remember he'll be sleeping, he'll be down to sleep and his mom she'll be in the kitchen or something, and I'm sitting there flipping channels and I'm sitting there watching it and I'm saying to myself, you must be out of your effing mind. You're gonna sit there and allow your kid to do that? Nah. That wouldn't happen in certain situations. But one was not a lot of these parents are willing to go out and read these books, because then again you have these teen parents that they don't have the big mamas in their corners, because big mama's in the club with their with their kids.
You mean the young grandmother?
So who's teaching them how to be parents? That's one thing. As far as I understand the books and stuff, but what about the people that write these books? Don't have any kids. They don't have kids in the house. They just go by.
Chuck's freezing up on us.
Chuck's freezing. Chuck, you're freezing up. Warm.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's technology, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna write a book called The Book of Chanclas. You know what I mean? You take that flip flop, one good time, you'll be straight for life. You know, that'll solve everything.
What does that mean? You said what?
The chancla book.
The slipper. Yeah. La chancleta.
The slipper, man.
Oh yeah, the beat.
Yeah. The boomerang chicletas.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
But again, you know, this is going to be one of those conversation topics that it comes down to the environment, the age of the parent, because, you know, as Chuck pointed out, when these parents are becoming younger and younger and their parent is young, who's really teaching them how to break the cycle? You know, it becomes difficult. We could talk about it, but how many people really in the community? We could have 1,000 people on here. Out of that 1,000, how many are really going out to these young people, individuals, and say, hey, man, you may need to do X, Y, Z so you don't fall in this pattern?
Well, you know what you really need to do then? You need to tell these young mothers, honestly, get your teens on birth control, because we do need to stop the cycle of babies having babies, because especially when they really don't have these parenting skills. Get your kids on birth control. They got the IUD, the intrauterine device. But I mean, you really need, because honestly, I think they're looking for someone to love. Because who wants to have a kid at 14, 13, 14, 15, 16 when they're still a kid themselves?
Hey, man.
Or they're just not thinking that. I really think they're thinking, I can't get pregnant. And then you be like, yo, are you thinking about having sex? Oh, let's go get an IUD. It lasts for 5 years. So they're 16, that thing lasts till they're 21. You don't got to worry about pregnancy until then.
What about all the babies that were born with them things on top of their head or in their hands?
What you talking about?
You never seen a baby born with the IUD entangled in their hair?
You're supposed to get it removed before you get pregnant. The side effects, these are the newer IUDs. I have one right now. So the side effect is ectopic pregnancy. Sometimes you could get an ectopic pregnancy, but you're not going to get pregnant.
Don't tell me, man. I'm married now.
I will say the newer stuff is way better. The latest IUD, intrauterine device that prevents pregnancy, it actually doesn't even have hormones in it. This is the newest one. So, I mean, the technology has greatly improved. I'm not talking about Depo and anything like that, you know?
Y'all got me lost in translation. Yo, this is the Passive Podcast, episode 45. We're talking about abuse versus discipline. Y'all talking about, I don't even want to know. But yo, let's go around and everybody please say something you learned, maybe something that did you learn anything new today? Did you what's your last, I guess, a comment on this topic, abuse and discipline, and then say something positive. Beth, we want to start since you're the lady of the queen.
Oh my goodness.
I guess
I would say something positive. It looks like as the years are passing, less and less people of color are using corporal punishment to discipline their kids. So that's a good thing. I hope it continues. I hope we choose to educate ourselves even more and maybe take the time to take a parenting class or listen to like a YouTube book or an audio book about parenting and see how we can instill discipline without using corporal punishment. And that's basically it.
Pretty much. Chuck?
Hell, man, I'm about to be the ringmaster, man. It's gonna be WWF, man, with these boys. Nah, but I can dig the sitting down, talking to the kid. I mean, I wish my father did more of that, and instead of yelling and those 4 ass whoopings I received, but I deserve those because I was a terror. No, but sitting down talking to the kid. I don't know about making no rules. until they're paying one of the major bills. I'm not talking about just paying a little internet bill. No, but I'm just sitting down, talking to them without without having to put the gloves on, and we have a Royal Rumble in the middle of the living room.
Yeah, I love the boys,
and,
man.
Treat them, talk to
like Chuck as an adult.
Talk to them as they're not you talking to somebody you ready to jack up on the corner.
So you got to bring back that Chuck freezing because he's speaking facts.
Nah. But I'm just saying. I'm
Chuck's
just saying, man.
Well, what you got, man?
I think it's the service out here.
I think, me personally, if before an individual becomes a parent, if they know they're not ready to be a parent or they came from an abusive home, maybe they should go out. Now it's okay to get counseling and stuff prior to becoming a parent. That way you can be a better father or mother. You know what I mean? And if you do have children and if they do need some discipline, hey, listen, make them run, do some push-ups, put them in sports, get them tired. So that'll get through them real quick.
Well, listen, man. I think the conclusion for me, man, is that you just gotta have patience with the kids, man. I know that our attention spans are lower now or smaller, and our kids are more spoiled now, and they get what they want most of the time. So I could see them acting out in the stores or being more disruptive towards the parents. But there's ways to get around hitting your kid, man, beating your kid, and even the verbal abuse and stuff like that. Just ways to say things. Think before you speak. It's hard. You ain't gonna be perfect every time. No one's perfect, but you just gotta be more good than bad. Just put it that way. Say more good than bad. And show emotion, hug, kiss. You know what I'm saying? Cry with your kid. You know what I'm saying? Hug your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask them what's going on, how they feeling and stuff like that. On a daily basis.
Yeah.
Work their homework. Do stuff to get involved with their life. They run track. Go to their track meet. Stuff like that. So, that's how. You won't, and then you won't have to, they won't that rotation of, beating your kid will, be gone. I never really believed in it. I mean, there's funny stories about it. Black people got various mad funny stories about getting hit, where they got beat, last time they got beat, what they got beat. But yeah, it's funny now. But I hope that's therapy. I hope you're laughing that off and it's therapeutic for you. If it's not, you need to go see a therapist. Somebody. You need to go see somebody, Chuck. You know what I'm saying? If that's you, I'm just saying anybody, whoever.
Dude.
We love you, Big Chuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's like this, man. I don't buy my kids Hot Wheels for that reason.
Oh, Hot Wheel track.
No. Yeah, I seen cousins get lit up with Hot Wheel tracks. The ones that glow in the dark joints. Man.
You don't want to get beat with the glow in the dark one. That's just come on.
Nah, but my last thing, to answer was it Triborough Gigolo? He's saying he doesn't have a good temper to be a parent. One thing, man, about being a parent, man, it's a learning experience, man. You're gonna learn. I wasn't used to having a kid full time, the crying and stuff, but you know what? I thought about it. I'm like, well, I did the same thing to my parents when I was that age, so. I used to get up, get that bottle, change them diapers, man. My kids used to blow Pampers up. So it's trial and error. It's trial and error, man. It's trial and error. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's trial and error, man. It's something you're gonna have to learn, and it's not gonna be overnight.
Well, Chuck, did we do justice on your topic, man? This is your topic, man. So what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, thanks for Beth telling me that I had PSD from getting jumped and stuff, but no,
you could.
I mean, it's straight. No. But I'm just saying it was good. It was good to talk. It was good to talk about it. Everybody had their opinion, which I think was real good. And then the people in the comments, I mean, yeah.
Go on. Any last words? We got to promote too. Whatever y'all got to promote, let's promote too.
Oh, y'all go ahead. I got nothing to promote currently, so y'all can go ahead.
Anybody want to promote?
Right, I got the chicken truck. I got the chicken trunks, man. I got 2 of them now.
Chicken truck?
It's gonna be called Nick. It's gonna be topless wings. Right?
He said topless.
No.
I don't know. Let me tell you something, Beth. Vaughn and Chuck, man, they continuously have certain, I guess, comedy routines, and they're like Bill Cosby. They just repeat them. So you're gonna hear that numerous times on the show.
Nah,
Listen, I've been good. I haven't spoken about my Speedos.
See, there we go. I told you. Here we
You the
go.
one that brought it up, man.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna advertise Big Sexy Speedos coming soon, a store near you, but you know, since you brought it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Beth, you got anything to promote?
What do I have to promote? So we need your help in fighting HB 1234 and Prop 22 that Uber and Lyft and these gig companies are trying to pass in Massachusetts. This will permanently make the rideshare drivers, you know, third-class citizens. Because, you know, we as folks of color, we already second-class citizens. And it will get rid of protections and discrimination protections for all drivers. So tell your senators to vote, your state senators to vote no against HB 1234. And if you're not registered to vote, please vote, because elections have consequences. They could be good or bad. Okay, that's all I have to say. If you want more information, please check us out at www.bidg.org. www.bidg.org and sign our petition, please, telling them you want benefits and rights for the rideshare drivers. Okay, thank you very much.
And Beth, whatever you want to advertise, son, just let me know. I'll put it in the description, and you guys know that. Stop playing. Any good words before we get out of here, guys? Co-hosts.
Yeah, have a good week.
Twin Towers.
Have a good week.
Yeah, if I see Big Sexy in a Puerto Rican green Speedo, then he'll get the Kango too. He'll get the fitted in the Kango.
Shit.
Okay.
You know what? It's about to come, girl. Be ready. I'm gonna make sure it's a lime green, glow in the dark, just for you.
Speedo.
Oh, it's coming. You don't.
Stupid.
Oh, lucky this is the PG channel. I'm about to get Butterball naked here and grab some Speedos, but you know, you don't want to get censored yet.
I'm gonna get y'all some comedy books, man. Y'all can come up with some new material. Goddamn it!
It was great to see y'all.
Until I get paid, I'm gonna keep telling the same jokes, man.
I know, right? Might as well. Well, comics do it all the time.
Yeah.
When you gonna get on stage, Chuck? Aren't you gonna be a comedian? You gonna jump on stage?
I did Nick's comedy thing. I did amateur thing, but
when you was in the army?
No, I did it here.
When? Who saw you?
I did it right before we had Junior.
Who know about this?
I'm serious.
Nobody. Juan, you know about this?
Yeah, this is
Red wasn't even here.
To me.
Red wasn't even here when we did it.
You went on stage somewhere and did some routine.
Yeah, Kowloon, man.
Kowloon. You got some serious things?
Yeah, man.
Was anybody recorded? I gotta see. Yo, won't you do your routine right now? How many is it? 5 minutes? We got 5 minutes.
Man, nah, I'm not doing it. Hey, like I said.
We gotta pay Chuck. Y'all cash out
like Dime Chavo.
Yeah.
Nah, them jokes ain't free, man. No, it was just a quick 2-minute thing. It was, just joking around. Nothing major.
Well, I've
been thinking about it.
I want to thank Beth once again for coming on the show with tough topics. She has various knowledge and things that we don't, and so that's why I welcome her to the show. I welcome A1 in the chat. I welcome Triborough. Triborough is back. I guess he's been gone for some time. He's back now. I see him in the chat. Shout out to Adam Meth Fitness and Gaming L. Welcome to Passive Podcast. Welcome to my world, man. You're gonna start learning some stuff. And Sean Middleton as well, jumping on the comment as well, and everybody that was in and out that didn't comment. Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it, man. So what's going on? Anybody wants to do some last words, man? I'm just, my situation is just love over hate, man. What y'all want to do? Anybody got some other comments? Anything else?
I got some promos. So hit me up. Okay. Send me a text, 617-947-4732. If you're a landlord or a homeowner, I'm looking to rent your roof, okay? Get paid to rent your roof out. Let's get some dollars in somebody's pocket.
There you go.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, y'all.
And you get some of my Speedos.
Stupid damn Speedos, man.
I should just cut this off right now. You know, I like just walk away. Yo, that's.
Have a good week,
What's the next subject? Can we have another subject? Can we have a lighter subject next week? Because if you look at all our podcasts, they're like, serious topics. I welcome those too. And but we got to have a little fun too. So let's think of something fun for next week. Watch it be something. Watch it be like how to cure cancer next week or something crazy.
Nah, ain't gonna be nothing like that, man.
If we be in the chat, like, what y'all want to talk about? It'd be something.
What about unemployment ending? Because it's like late, Labor Day coming up. September 4th. Yep, that's when that unemployment runs out.
True.
I don't know.
That might be a good topic.
Yeah,
or Labor Day.
That's fine. That's fine. Labor Day.
I think Juan brought that up. Did you bring that up one time in the chat or something? You was just making a joke about the fan. What's that fan girl?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Oh, that's so tragic.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back to work.
Yeah, man, that hurt my heart.
Whatever, man. They just need to find another payment processor or build their own in-house because.
Oh, we should end this off with our. I'm going to bring this to the group, but we should always, if we have anything new about passive income, we should be bringing up, sharing ideas to the public. Anybody have any passive income ideas before we go, and then we're getting out of here?
Sign thongs.
Renting your roof, that's passive income. Forex, that's a big thing. That's passive too. That has been going on a lot. What else do we have? Real estate.
Tutoring. Well, tutoring.
Yeah, but they shut down. China shut down all those tutoring, online tutoring. Chinese government's cracking down. So there's hundreds of thousands of teachers that are out of work right now, and soon to be out of work once their contracts end. I don't know.
I mean, but we got a couple
affiliate marketing
in our groups.
So renting out your car through Get Around. That's one of my goals by the end of the year. What you mean? Hell no.
Nah,
one of my clients made over 40,000 with just one car.
Man, you can advertise. Taking my Coupe de Ville, man.
You can advertise my Coupe de Ville. You got no Coupe de Ville. Get out of here.
Who we got a Coupe de Ville?
Station wagon.
What's a Coupe de Ville?
Size 11s, man. Them A-dogs, them top 10s.
But
a Coupe de Ville, man, is basically a pimped out Cadillac. Nice.
It sounds like a Hoop Day. It sounds like
I'm not a Hoop Day now.
Like the Snoopmobile. Snoop got a car.
Yeah, like what they drove back in the 80s, man.
You mean a Cadillac DeVille?
Yeah, Caddies, man.
Damn, y'all speaking Ebonics. I'm like, what?
Nah, that's not Ebonics. You gotta remember, we 70s kids.
Yeah,
I'm an 80s baby. But my brothers are older than me, so I get a lot of my mama used to have an 8-track. She still got her record player.
Oh man,
she got her rotary
8-track.
Who got the 8-track? You got an 8-track?
My mama had one. I don't know if she still has it, but I remember playing it when I was younger.
My pops had an 8-track in his car.
Speaking of kids, my daughter's texting me now. Speaking of kids.
Okay.
I'm gonna beat her now. Ah! No, sir.
Well, I guess that's our cue to go then.
Huh?
I said that's our cue to go then.
I love my baby. I gotta respond to her before I get beat up. She, you know what I'm saying? The kid. What about kids beating up the parents? How about they ain't talk about that's the next subject? God damn it.
That ain't gonna happen.
Whew. Don't remember the Menendez brothers? Remember the Menendez brothers? They did more than beat their parents up now.
Yeah. Like I said, that ain't happening.
These kids killing their parents, beating their parents up. It's mostly Caucasian kids beating up their parents and cussing them out.
I say that's because you want to be there. They trying to be their friends. Nah.
I don't think it was that. I thought it was that money. Wasn't their parents loaded or something?
Well, hey, when mom and dad cut that Discover card, you can't go out and you can't be getting them $45, those $2,500 lap dances at the boom boom room.
Yeah, that was somebody I knew, man. He was like
crazy,
that.
Man. It's crazy.
His dad was a multi-millionaire. Yep. I don't know.
All right, guys.
All right, we out of here, my people.
Thanks again, Beth, for coming on, man.
You're welcome.
Your knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Your wisdom, you know what I'm saying? One love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See y'all later, man. All right, y'all.
Okay.
What's good, y'all? We getting out of here?
Yeah, we're out of here, baby, like last year.
I see y'all, man.
Like last year, stupid.
A fun topic next week. Lord have mercy. Y'all killing me, man. I'm about to freaking, I want somebody to beat me now. You know what I'm saying? What the hell?
Sunday, I might not be there for the whole podcast.
Oh, what's going on?
I got a meeting thing.
Something's going on.
For veteran service.
Oh yeah.
They got a webinar. No, but I'm saying no. They got a webinar 6:30 on Sunday.
Thanks for your services, brother.
My heart goes out to the families that lost their families at this airport in Kabul.
Yeah, that's
sad.
We should have talked about that in the beginning, and then not just Afghanistan. We're talking about Haiti. Pray for Haiti. What else? What else happened recently?
Yo, did you make it to the Caribbean Festival yesterday?
No, I didn't go down there.
What about you?
New Orleans? New Orleans?
Yeah.
Flooding.
New Orleans about to have a Katrina too.
Hopefully not. Y'all went to the carnival? Who went to the carnival?
I didn't. I didn't even know there was a carnival this year.
Juan,
they had it. They had it down by the Shattuck. They had it down by the Shattuck.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I didn't know.
You used to tell me it's a carnival. You used to be like, "Yo, you coming?" Going crazy.
No. But they had it.
What happening this year? Because
they had it. They had it down by the Shattuck. They weren't closing off the streets and stuff.
I heard they was paying. Did you have to pay for it? Were they charging to get in the carnival?
I don't know, but I know they did Jubei last year. They did Jubei this Friday night.
Oh, here go. That says somebody got stabbed in the neck. Man, it's always something crazy there, man. Still, to this day during COVID, everybody's supposed to be cool and chill, and they still.
Somebody got shot right there on Erie Street, man. Right where that Jamaica spot at.
Boston.
No, that Jamaica spot right there on Erie Street, right around the corner where you used to live.
Yeah.
Right there. Somebody got shot in the chest over there.
You see, I'm glad I didn't go. We glad you didn't go either, Beth. You probably wouldn't have been here. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? I stay away from stuff now, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. But yo, man, I'm getting out of here, man.
All right, my people.
Great topic, man. One love, guys, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Ladies.
See y'all. Peace.